The Middle East has always been a tinderbox, a region where ancient grievances and modern rivalries collide, creating a complex and often volatile environment. At the heart of this volatile mix lies the possibility of an Iranian strike against Israel, a scenario with the potential to ignite a wider conflagration that could engulf the entire region. While it remains within the realm of speculation, the potential for such a conflict is a stark reminder of the ever-present tensions in the region, tensions that have simmered for decades. The consequences of such an event would reverberate far beyond the borders of Israel and Iran, drawing in global powers and reshaping the geopolitical landscape in ways that are difficult to predict. The possibility, however remote, of Iranian missiles raining down on Israeli cities is a chilling thought. It underscores the precarious balance of power in the region and the constant threat of escalation, a threat that looms large over daily life. The specter of conflict hangs heavy, a constant reminder of the fragility of peace in this part of the world. The potential for miscalculation, for a single incident to spiral out of control, is a constant source of anxiety for both regional and global actors. The geopolitical stakes are incredibly high, with the potential to alter alliances and power structures. Israel, with its advanced military capabilities and unwavering commitment to its security, would undoubtedly respond with force, aiming to neutralize any threat swiftly and decisively. Iran, on the other hand, has repeatedly vowed to wipe Israel off the map, viewing it as an illegitimate entity that must be eradicated. The potential for a devastating conflict, one that could draw in the United States and other world powers, is a sobering reality that cannot be ignored. The international community must work tirelessly to prevent such a scenario from unfolding. Diplomacy, dialogue, and a commitment to de-escalation are the only paths to a lasting peace. The alternative is unthinkable and would have dire consequences. The world cannot afford another major conflict in the Middle East, especially one with the potential to escalate into a wider regional or even global war, a war that could have catastrophic consequences. The consequences would be catastrophic not just for the countries directly involved, but for the entire world, affecting economies, societies, and the global order. The timing of any potential Iranian action is crucial, and one factor that cannot be ignored is the U.S. electoral cycle. Some analysts believe that Iran might see an opportunity during a U.S. election year, particularly if they perceive weakness or distraction in American foreign policy. The Iranian leadership may calculate that the U.S. would be less likely to respond decisively during such a sensitive time, potentially giving them a window of opportunity to strike. Elections in the United States are always closely watched around the world, but they take on added significance in the Middle East. The U.S. plays a pivotal role in the region, and its foreign policy decisions have a profound impact on the lives of millions. Iran, in particular, has long viewed the U.S. with suspicion and hostility, seeing it as a threat to its regional ambitions. The possibility of Iran trying to exploit the U.S. election cycle is a serious concern. It highlights the need for the U.S. to maintain a clear and consistent foreign policy in the Middle East, regardless of domestic political considerations. Any sign of weakness or indecision could embolden Iran and increase the risk of miscalculation. It is imperative that the U.S. sends a strong and unambiguous message to Iran that any attack on Israel would be met with swift and decisive action. This message must be delivered through both diplomatic and military channels, leaving no room for doubt about American resolve. Deterrence is key to preventing conflict, and a credible deterrent requires both the capability and the will to act. Iran possesses a diverse and formidable arsenal of ballistic and cruise missiles, capable of striking targets throughout the Middle East, including Israel. This capability has been a growing concern for many years. Among the most concerning are the Khaybar Shekan, a long-range ballistic missile with a range of over 1,000 kilometers, and the Khaybar-4, a more advanced ballistic missile with an even greater range. These missiles are designed to reach far beyond Iran's borders. These missiles, along with the Zulfikar, a shorter-range ballistic missile, pose a significant threat to Israeli population centers and critical infrastructure. The potential for widespread damage is a constant worry. The Khaybar Shekan, named after a historic battle in Islamic history, is a testament to Iran's determination to project power beyond its borders. This missile symbolizes Iran's strategic ambitions. With its long range and potential payload, it represents a credible threat to Israel's security. The implications of such a threat are profound. The development of such advanced missile systems underscores the growing military capabilities of Iran and the challenges it poses to regional stability. The balance of power in the Middle East is continually shifting. The Khorramshahr-4, named after an Iranian city that saw fierce fighting during the Iran-Iraq War, is another example of Iran's growing missile prowess. Its development marks a significant leap in Iran's military technology. Its extended range and improved accuracy make it a particularly potent weapon, capable of striking targets deep within Israeli territory. This capability forces Israel to constantly upgrade its defenses. Iran's missile program is a source of constant concern for Israel and its allies, and it has been a major factor driving the development of missile defense systems. These systems are crucial for national security. The Zulfikar, while having a shorter range than the other two missiles, is still a formidable weapon. Its presence in Iran's arsenal cannot be underestimated. Its accuracy and maneuverability make it difficult to intercept, and it could potentially be used to target key military installations or infrastructure. The threat it poses is very real. Iran's investment in a diverse range of ballistic missiles highlights its determination to maintain a credible deterrent against its perceived enemies. This ongoing development is a clear signal of Iran's strategic intentions. Adding another layer of complexity to the equation is the Arash-2, a long-range suicide drone recently unveiled by Iran. With a reported range of over 2,000 kilometers, the Arash-2 could potentially reach targets deep within Israeli territory. Its ability to loiter over a target for extended periods before striking makes it a difficult threat to counter. The Arash-2 represents a new and potentially destabilizing factor in the region, further raising the stakes in any potential conflict. Iran's development of the Arash-2 drone is a significant technological achievement and a worrying sign of its growing military capabilities. The drone's long range and ability to deliver a significant explosive payload make it a potent weapon, capable of inflicting serious damage. Its unveiling has added a new dimension to the already complex security calculus in the region. The Arash-2's long-range capabilities allow Iran to project power far beyond its borders, potentially targeting Israeli assets or interests throughout the Middle East. This development has raised concerns among Israeli defense officials, who are now faced with the challenge of countering this new threat. The drone's ability to evade traditional air defenses makes it a particularly difficult target. The emergence of the Arash-2 drone underscores the rapidly evolving nature of warfare in the 21st century. Unmanned systems are playing an increasingly important role in conflicts around the world, and the Arash-2 is a prime example of how this technology can shift the balance of power. Its development is a reminder that the nature of conflict is constantly changing and that countries must adapt their defenses accordingly. While missiles and drones would likely form the backbone of any Iranian attack, conventional aircraft could also play a significant role in such a scenario. Iran possesses a fleet of aging but still capable Su-24 and Su-22 fighter bombers, which could be used to strike various targets in Israel, potentially causing substantial damage. While these aircraft would face significant challenges from Israel's advanced air defenses, they could potentially inflict damage, especially if used in a coordinated attack alongside missiles and drones, creating a multifaceted threat. The Su-24, known for its long range and variable sweep wings, is designed for both air-to-ground and air-to-air combat, making it a versatile asset in Iran's arsenal. While not as advanced as Israel's fighter jets, the Su-24 could still pose a significant threat, especially if used to deliver heavy ordnance against strategic targets, potentially causing critical damage. Iran's air force, while not as modern as some of its regional rivals, should not be underestimated. Its pilots are well-trained and capable of executing complex missions. The Su-22, a dedicated attack aircraft, is optimized for ground attack missions, making it a formidable platform for striking enemy positions. It can carry a variety of bombs, rockets, and missiles, making it a versatile platform for striking a range of targets, from military installations to infrastructure. While vulnerable to Israel's air defenses, the Su-22 could potentially exploit gaps or weaknesses, especially if used in a saturation attack, overwhelming the defenses momentarily. The use of aircraft in any Iranian attack would carry significant risks, including the potential for heavy losses due to Israel's superior air capabilities. Israel's Air Force is one of the most advanced in the world, and it would likely inflict heavy losses on any attacking Iranian aircraft, making any aerial assault a high-stakes endeavor. However, the potential for even a few aircraft to get through and inflict damage cannot be discounted, as even limited success could have significant strategic implications. Iran's Air Force, while not its primary means of projecting power, could still play a crucial role in any conflict with Israel, adding another layer to the threat landscape. The age of its aircraft is a disadvantage, but its pilots are experienced and capable, potentially making up for some of the technological gaps. The use of aircraft in a coordinated attack alongside missiles and drones could potentially overwhelm Israeli defenses, at least temporarily, creating opportunities for further strikes.